She said she went to the wrong room. Okay, great. Nithyananda, welcome back to Nithya Kriya. Today we're going to have a very exciting, very powerful Kriya. Simple yet very powerful. It is the Kriya to drop your engraved memories, your Samskara. So let me just prepare everybody to enter into the Kriya. So let's all sit with the back straight. Align the whole back, head, neck, and spine in one straight line. Bring your awareness, your entire awareness from head to the toes, fingertips, the toe tips, and the crown center. Be physically present. Occupy this body physically. Your Sthula Sharira, your gross body, your physical body. And expand your next layer of awareness by encompassing your pranic body by breathing in very slowly and deeply. Enter into a gap, a little pause, and exhale very slowly and completely. At the end of the exhalation, you enter into a second gap, a pause. So continue to breathe in and out by bringing awareness of the two gaps between the incoming breath, outgoing breath, and incoming breath. Let the breathing bring you all back to the present moment, the space of here and now. Enter into the restful awareness as you begin to center your awareness on the breathing. In the deep listening. Let's enter into the Sadguru Vandana by invoking Swamiji's presence. I'd like you to join the palms together with the palms joined together in Amajali Mudra. Place it in your heart center, Anahata Chakra. With our eyes closed and connect with Swamiji, let's chant the Sadguru Vandanam. Take a deep breath. Nithyanandam Paramasukaram Kevalam Jnanamutim Vandvatitam Gagana Shatrisham Tattvamasya Ekam Nityam Vimalam Achalam Savari Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadguruntam Namami. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Welcome to today's session. So let me just share the screen. Once again, a very warm welcome to everybody, those who are joining me on Zoom, as well as those who are joining me on the social media, whether it is Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. So a very, very warm welcome to all of you. My name is Nithya Kriya. I'm from Kailasa, Singapore. Today is 28th of December, the last Kriya for this year. And today I have decided to share this very powerful Kriya, which I personally enjoy and like very much. It's a Kriya to drop engraved memories called Engrams or Samskara. So this Kriya can lead you into very deep unclutched space. So without further ado, let's enter into the session itself. A quick outline of today's session. Basically, I want to recap on what is Nithya Kriya, especially for people who are joining for the first time today. And then I want to talk about what is Engrams, okay? And I will also talk about the Apta Pramana, Shastra Pramana, and the practice of Nithya Kriya for this, to drop the engraved memories together when we will do it together as a group. And then, of course, wrapping up with some sharing. So a quick recap, what is a Nithya Kriya? Okay, a Nithya Kriya is a unique set of healing processes with knowledge and techniques drawn from the most authentic sacred yogic scriptures of Hinduism, with specific combination compiled, expressed from the personal experience of His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, which, we formally address him as Swamiji, our Guru. So Swamiji, as you know, in 2010, when he was illegally imprisoned by the anti-Hindu forces, in that 53 days he spent in the prison, he was actually working on developing these kriyas because, as you know, as an enlightened being and incarnation that never stop enriching the world and raising the consciousness. So this set of kriya, 108 kriya, was kind of the gift from that period where he was, in the prison. So, and those of you who have practiced the kriya would have actually discovered they have very powerful healing processes because it directly awakens the Kundalini shakti, and not only that, it incorporates some other components which I will introduce later on. So basically, Nithya Kriya is soundly anchored on the sacred yogic scriptures, such as Patanjali Yoga Sutras, Hatha Yoga Pradipika, Gheranda Samhita, and Shiva Samhita. So these are the resources where these kriyas are based on. Okay, so now there are also 5 components of this Nithya Kriya. The healing achieved by Nithya Kriya is permanent as it works on the cellular biomemory level. It generates natural steroids and therefore has no side effects at all. It means only good effects, there's no side effect. And besides the healing, the Nithya Kriyas have a powerful permanent effect on your brain functioning, meaning because of the Kundalini Shakti being awakened, it actually awakens the non-mechanical parts of the brain. And that create a permanent rewiring of your brain. New synapses get developed, and different parts of the brain which you have never used gets awakened as well. So that's why Nithya Kriya is so amazing if you are able to do it consistently for over a period of time. Okay, so here are the 5 components. First, works on the breath. It means pranayama, different breathing techniques. In some of the kriya, there are also visualization involved. I think the one we did about a few weeks ago on the awakening, stimulating the 7 chakras, is work on a lot of visualization of the chakras. Then asanas and body movement, depending on the kriyas. Each kriya is using certain yoga asana. As you know, that yoga asanas is a reflection of certain consciousness. Whatever posture that you put your body into, you are actually reflecting certain consciousness. So each kriya is always using certain yoga asanas, as well as the pranayama. And then sometimes there are also sound added from inside, like mantra, or sound from outside, like music. So it all depends on the kriya itself. So these are the 5 components and something more. So in today's kriya, we're going to work on engraved memories or engrams. Engrams is a term given in the field of psychology, okay? Psychology or psychoanalysis, they use these engrams. In Sanskrit, we call it Samskara. Now, what are engrams? Basically, they are the memories which are engraved in your system, in your inner space, and make you repeat the same action again and again. Even if you know that it is not good for you, you don't want it, but you can't help it but constantly, again, allow these engraved memories to sit in your present moment and again trigger the same pattern in you. Okay, so these are engraved memories, and these engraved memories basically they are like thought with emotions. Okay, in another way to explain thoughts with emotions. See, if you don't have emotion, a thought just come and go in your inner space. Unfortunately, when you have certain attached emotion, whether it's anger, whether it's fear, whether it's greed or lust, some kind of emotion has been attached to that thought. It is no longer just a thought, it is now an engraved memories because of something happened in the past, and that thought has been attached with certain emotions due to the past. That engraved memories start to rule you if you are not aware. Okay, because it's sitting in the present and constantly make you take decision again and again based on the past. And what happened is you're reproducing the same old past, projecting into the future. Which means what? You can't even create a new future. You can't rewrite your future because you allow this samskara, these engraved memories, to again and again have power over you. So this is what we should consciously bring awareness and stop these engraved memories. So before we enter into further discussion on engraved memories, okay, or samskara, I'd like you to just take 2 minutes to pen down what are the samskaras you're stuck with. What are the samskara that you have trouble getting rid of? It's constantly making you take U-turn or decision due to some past. Now, I give you 2 minutes. You can just take a pen and a paper, or your notebook. Just write it down. Okay, just write it down, and we will look at that. See, when you are aware what kind of samskara you are stuck with, then the next step is just making a conscious decision to make sure these samskara loses power over you. But when you are not even aware that you are stuck with certain engraved memories, then living unconsciously is going to bring more and more mess and suffering in our life. So I'm just saying that any moment that passes by without your awareness is suffering. Anything that you live without your awareness, it means living in unconsciousness is suffering. Okay, so don't allow that to happen. Take a couple of minutes to write down what kind of engraved memories you have been battling with or struggling with. It could be, engraved memories of fear of not able to be alone. Some people have fear of being alone because they think they are frightened of loneliness. All right, so that is one. Some of them also we call it have greed for pleasure or attention, seeking pleasure, sense pleasure or attention from others. So whatever samskara that you feel that you are facing that you do not know how to get rid of, this is the time to write, because in this kriya we are going to work on eradicating, making these kriyas lose power over you. Because when you're in the deeply intense unclutched space after the kriya, this samskara will start to lose its grip on you. So that is the power of this kriya. But before we enter into kriya, please understand what samskara you are battling with, you are stuck with. Okay, so you can pen down on you can share that on the chat if you want. What are the samskara that you want to get rid of? You can share that. So I'm just going to continue now with the further slide. You can share that on the chat as I went when you're ready. So now I also want to introduce these three words, these three Sanskrit words, which are very important beyond your psychologist, okay? Engraved memories, only the psychology knows that. But there are a couple of other words in the Vedic tradition that you should know. One is called vasana. Vasana is the seed of desire, okay? The seed. And this vasana, sometimes you could carry from past birth. Okay, past birth, before you assume this new body, it comes with that vasana, like certain mental setup, certain seed, which is come as a seed form. When you start living in the body, the seeds start to sprout. Okay, when you start to sprout and you start to form samskara, okay, so samskara is like the plant that grows when the seed of vasana sprout. Okay, so you all started with a seed, and then certain conditions, certain event happening in a life, and you become a samskara. Okay, let's say you come with a pattern of fear in your past birth. For instance, you had a terrible death, and that terrible death leads to certain fear in you, and that seed you carry from the last birth. When you come to this present body, some incident happening in life, and it get triggered. This fear of death or whatever got triggered, and you sprout to some kind of samskara, engraved memories, okay, that cause you to again and again fall into, let's say, certain powerlessness, certain what do you call that? The fear cause you to develop, because of the fear, you develop certain anger towards the situation. Okay, so that samskara become an anger pattern in you, and then because of the anger pattern that you're again and again repeatedly reinforced by many different triggers in your life, in this body, it becomes a karma action. It means it becomes, something that you are living with. You understand? So the samskara, so first from the seed to the plant to the action. Okay, so the karma is like the fruit, if you will. It's the fruit of the whole equation of vasana, samskara, and karma. So this is the way how we start the life of suffering, start the life of, unconscious accumulation of karma, and not able to reduce these karmic action. Because Swamiji say that there are three types of karmas. Okay, just quickly gone through. One is called agamya. Agamyas are the karmas you created after you assume the body, which is what happened when you're unconscious, when you're carrying a lot of these engraved memories. You come here, you create more and more karma. Instead of like 5 karmas, you came down with this body. Because of our unconsciousness, you accumulated another 100. So 105 now. Okay. So then the second type of karma is called parapta karma. Parapta karmas are the karma you brought with this body to exhaust, to finish it off. Okay. So these are your true desire, your purpose of birth. Okay. So, and then of course, the third type of karma is called sanchita karma. Sanchita is all your entire karmic bank which you have accumulated since the beginning. Since the beginning, means first body till now. So I remember Swamiji said that, take care that you exhaust your parapta karma. That means the purpose of your birth. And make sure you don't accumulate agamya. Don't create more karmas. The Guru will burn away all your sanchita karma when you become enlightened. Okay, so that is the Guru's promise. So our responsibility is work on your parapta karma, exhaust prarabdha karma, take care we don't create new karmas, agamya karmas. Okay, so knowing your samskara is important because if you are not aware, you're going to allow more seeds of karma. From the seed, you're going to grow into more fruits, right, of karma. So need it at the bud, need it at the place where you can stop this whole vicious cycle. But in order to break this vicious cycle, you need to be aware. So this kriya is to make sure you break this cycle. Understand? So there's the Atta Pramana from Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Samadhipada, verse 8. It says, interpreting based on past condition leads to misconception or wrong understanding. Of course, anything you try to base on the past, you will only lead to wrong understanding and misconception, right? Because it's based on the past, it's dead. So anything you try to use your understanding based on your past conditioning will just create more mess. So now let's look at the Shastra Pramana for Nithya Kriya. It's taken from Yoga Chudamani Upanishad, verse 116. I think this you guys have already seen it, but I'm just going to repeat it, the Shastra Pramana. It says, for him who is possessed of pranayama, there will be the destruction of all diseases. For those who devote of pranayama, there will be the generation of all diseases. Yes. So these kriyas are powerful healing processes to make sure that you not only destroy the seed that created the diseases, but also, start the healing processes. So let me just take a pause before we enter into Kriya. Okay. So anyone want to share what kind of samskara you are stuck in? Anyone want to quickly share before we enter into the Kriya? Anyone want to share? Huh? Too shy to share. Come on, just share. At least
one of my samskara would be I would easily got angry when I got agitated sometimes.
Okay, so the trigger of anger. Okay, I mean, fair enough. Many people have that. Okay. Any more? Others?
Giving up pattern.
Say that again. I missed that.
Giving up pattern.
Giving up pattern. Yeah, that means give it on yourself. Not having the will persistence to persevere, to hold on to the authenticity of who you are. Yeah. See, that is a very important samskara to get rid of, because giving up is what makes one, again and again get stuck. Okay. See, the whole spiritual training is to make sure that you don't give up on yourself. If you give up on yourself, you give up on life. So there's no question of giving up. Only question of will persistent. Again and again come back with a will to persevere, to hold on to what is the truth. No question of giving up. Any more? For enlightenment to happen, right? For final realization of your true identity, cosmic identity, which is Paramashiva. That process requires a lot of will persistence. Okay? Which means authenticity. Of course, there will be a lot of things, distraction that will come to interfere or distract you, make you forget, especially the whole the demon called aspasmarana, right? The demon of forgetfulness. Yeah. Because that demon cannot be destroyed. The demon can only, you can only go beyond that demon. That means just like how Nataraja stepped on that pillar. You can only claim powerfulness over the demon so that the demon will never make you forget who you are. But you can't destroy the demon. So only people who have realized the powerfulness as the source, your Paramashiva, you will be able to go beyond all these demons of forgetfulness. All right, any others for the Maheshwari? You have any samskara where you want to share?
More samskara, fear and anger, but the deep samskara is laziness.
Fear and say that again.
Anger and laziness.
Okay. See, I think in the previous Kriya there was a process that you can use anger for enlightenment in the Shiva Sutra. So don't what do you call that? Don't get angry with the anger. Understand? Use this energy for your transformation. All different low energy can be used for transformation. It can be used as alchemy. Understand? Like for instance, how to transform lust to love, right? The unconditional love, divine love. So that is alchemy. How to transform fear to courage. That is also alchemy. So even for anger, transforming the anger into peace, when intense anger will lead you to peace. Do you know? Yeah. When you're able to look into the source of that samskara of anger, when you're able to allow that energy to express, but go to the source, not attaching to someone else or the situation or blame on yourself. No object. That means don't attribute this anger to an object, a situation, or someone. Okay? Unclutch from all this so-called the trigger of anger. But when you go to the source, the energy of the anger, because anger is a pure energy. When you focus on the energy, you will reach the deepest peace. Okay? So when you reach the peace, you reach Paramashiva, you reach the soul. Bhairava. So anger can be used for a way to reach the source. Okay? All right, so let me just continue with any other questions? So whenever you feel that you're in an anger, just sit with yourself quickly and just see, where is this anger coming from? Just go to the source of the anger energy. And then you'll see in that depth of your pure energy, you will experience the deep inner peace. Okay? Give it a try. Whatever I just say, experiment it. can't do it now because you're not angry now. You can only do it when you're really, really angry. When anger is triggered, then you quickly go and sit. Remember what I said, and quickly go and sit with yourself and see that where this energy is coming from. Okay, so these are the 5 steps to this Kriya to drop the engraved memories. Okay, so I'm going to go through one by one, and also the so-called reference of the pramanas, okay, the yogic references from each of the steps. So first, the asanas to assume is Padmasana, lotus pose. Okay, so then the second step is Uddiyana Bandha. Then the third is Jala Bandha. Then the fourth is Vastrika Kumbhaka. And then the last, sitting in unclutching. Okay. So now I will run through, then we practice the thing together. Okay. So the first is Padmasana, which is taken from Hatha Yoga Pradipika, Upadesha 2, verse 31 to 33. The translation goes, once you sit, with effort place on the feet on the thigh. Place the feet on the thighs and place the upward facing palms on the thighs. Okay, like what this gentleman is doing. Concentrating on the tip of the nose, keep the tongue pressed on the upper teeth. Press the chin on the chest. Push the air slowly upwards. That is, slowly pull the prana upward. Okay, this asana is called Padmasana, which destroys all diseases filled with power. Though difficult to obtain by everyone, but some intelligent people learn it. So let's do this. So sit in Padmasana now. Okay, if you can sit in Padmasana. So sit in Padmasana. So put your palm. Okay, if you can't sit in full lotus, you can sit in half lotus, Adha Padmasana. Okay, put the palms on top of each other, facing on the thigh, facing upwards. Okay. Now, concentrate on the tip of the nose. See, the tip of the nose is the gateway which imprint time. Okay. So, in this tip of the nose, there's also a place called Dwadasanta. So, don't worry about that. Just focus on the tip of the nose. Keep the tongue pressed on the upper teeth. Press the tongue on the upper teeth. Press the chin on the chest. That means engage Gheranda Bandha. And inhale. Building the prana upwards. And exhale. Let's do it for a few more breaths. All right, relax. So this is the first step, which is a preparation to enter into the Kriya, sitting in Padmasana. Now let's enter into the second step. This is called Uddiyana Bandha. This is taken from Gheranda Samhita, Upadesha 3, verse 10. This translation goes, once you contract the bowel above and below the navel so that the abdominal organs touch the back. The one who practices this Uddiyana Bandha continuously becomes a conqueror of death. It means going beyond death. The great bird, which is what they call the Kundalini shakti, flies up in the Susumna, which is the central nadi, and flies there itself constantly. Okay, so this step will activate your Kundalini shakti, your inner potential energy. So let's do this. So take a deep breath in. And then exhale completely. After exhalation, draw the abdominal muscle in and up against the back muscle. Hold there as long as you can. Till you can't hold any longer. Before inhaling, relax the stomach, abdomen, release the Uddiyana Bandha. And inhale through the both nostrils again. Do this step 21 times. Let's do it together. Okay, you can use the hand to count, to take a deep breath. Exhale completely. Pull in the abdominal muscle in and up. Hold as long as you can. Till you cannot hold anymore, release the bandha and inhale through the nostril. So this is the second round. So now do it at your own pace for another 19 rounds. So total 21 rounds. Okay, start. Those of you who finished, just relax while we wait for the rest. So make sure that when you, after exhalation, draw the entire abdominal muscle in and up so that the organ of the abdomen is pressed against the back muscle. That contraction awakens the Kundalini shakti. You will see at the end of that, the whole Kundalini energy will be awakened. That's why you say the great bird Kundalini flies up in the Susumna. Okay, so do this for 21 times. Give me a thumbs up if you have finished. Finished this step. Number 2. Okay. So now let me just continue with step number 3. Okay. So now let's enter into step number 3. So number 3 goes like this: is Gheranda Bandha. Okay, so it's Gheranda, Samhita, Upadesha 3, verse 12. So the translation say, having contracted the chest, the chin should be placed up on the chest. This is called Gheranda Bandha. Gheranda Bandha. This is called also the throat lock. Okay. By this, the 16 adaras are closed. That means the different gates. Okay, so now let's look at the technique. Here it says, along with the Uddiyana Bandha at Gheranda Bandha. Means what you did in the earlier, you are going to add Gheranda Bandha. Okay. So when you inhale completely through the nostril and then contract and press the throat against the chin and the chest, fix the gaze at the nose, hold the breath as long as you can, then release the throat lock and exhale slowly when you feel you can't hold anymore. Repeat this step for 21 times. Okay, so let's do it together. So inhale, lock the chin on the chest. First, contract the Uddiyana Bandha at the end of exhalation, lock the chin. Hold there as long as you can. If you can't hold anymore, release. So the only thing that got added is chin lock. Okay, so let's continue again. Inhale, exhale, draw the abdominal muscle in and up and lock the chin. Inhale, release again. Start again. Do this also 21 times. So continue until you finish 21 rounds. I repeat. Inhale. As you exhale, engage Uddiyana Bandha. At the end of the Uddiyana Bandha, lock the chin also. Fix the gaze at the tip of the nose. Don't close your eyes. Look at the tip of the nose. Hold the breath as long as you can. If you can't hold anymore, then release the lock. And then you inhale. You do this for 21 times. Done? Give me a thumbs up, we are all done? Okay. So now let's enter into the fourth step. Okay, Vastrika Kumbhaka. Okay, it's taken from Kumbhaka Padati, verse 164 and 165. The translation goes, one should rapidly inhale and exhale similar to the bellows of a blacksmith till he becomes fatigued. Followed by this, he should inhale through the right nostril, then having held the breath with the Jalanta Bandha, throat lock again, he should then exhale through the left nostril. This is Vastrika Kumbhaka that increases bodily heat. Okay. So now we'll do this again 21 times. So let me explain. We'll do this together. Okay. So you have to do rapid inhalation, exhalation using the lower abdomen. Do this rapid inhaling, exhaling like a bellow, like this. If you feel fatigue, if you feel tired, then inhale through the right nostril. Hold, lock the chin. If you can't hold it, exhale through the left. Relax the chin and exhale to the left. Okay. Then again, you start the Vastrika again. That means flapping the abdomen forcefully, like a bellow. Okay. Till you feel tired, then inhale through the right nostril, lock the chin, then exhale left. Okay. So let's do it again. So continue. Finished? Do you want time? Give me a thumbs up, you finished? Okay. So now, the last step is just sit unclutch. So you can close your eyes. If you have an eye band, you can put it on the eye band. Just sit in an unclutched space. Okay, this is the last step. So the last step is unclutching. Relax and sit unclutched. You will see an intense unclutching happening, and you will experience the depth of silence after the pranayama, the whole kriya. The engrams or the samskara that you're stuck with will start dropping you from this moment. So just feel weightless. Feel the weightlessness. Experience weightlessness. Just sit now. Sit in an unclutched space. Whatever thoughts that come, relax from the thought. Do not entertain any thought. Do not destroy any thought. Just witness and relax from the thought. And fall into the silence again and again and again. All right, relax. Can open your eyes now. So how is the Kriya? How's the Kriya? Do this Kriya.
For the step 4.
Huh?
For the step 4, so busy.
The Bastrika, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, that one create a lot of body heat. So do this Kriya just for the next 21 days and see all the engraved memories that you're stuck in will lose power. Whatever you've written, anger, giving up on yourself, whatever may be, do this Kriya for next 21 days.
By the way, should we do some warm up for example, the yoga asanas first?
Yes, of course. Always do yoga first. Kriya is the last thing you do before you sit down.
Okay.
So prepare the body through purification, through yoga, stretching, make the energy flow first. Then you sit and do the Kriya. So I think this Kriya would take about maybe half an hour. If you do it properly, it will take about half an hour. So spend next 21 days, do this Kriya intensely. You see, whatever samskara, engraved memories that you are stuck with loses power. I tell you exactly what is the science, okay? See, in the unclutched space, where you're not entertaining the mind is not operational because you're in that gap, where you're in the thoughtless zone, right? See, the whole point of unclutching is to increase the gap between one thought and another thought. Okay, so that space is called the, what we call that, the neutral space or the unclutched space. In that space, because there's no thought, there's no movement, you're in that pure silence. In that pure silence, what happened is this so-called engraved memory. This engraved memory can only hold on to you when you are engaged with the mind. When your mind is engaged, you will have power over you. When you're in the unclutched space where it's pure silence or emptiness, these engraved memories, the more and more you are able to go into this deep unclutching and silence, more and more these engraved memories cannot have impact over you. Understand? This is the whole science, how to get rid of all these engraved memories that control your life. Okay? So be more and more in that deep silence. See, in the deep silence, where there's no engraved memories, you're just in the pure restful awareness. Whatever you hold for yourself, whatever intention you hold, will simply manifest. This is a science. Okay? But first get to that silent space first and make sure all these samskara lose power over you before you start manifesting. Okay? All right. Any other question? Any question regarding this Kriya? Anita, what do you think about this Kriya?
Very good. Needed this for the end
Yeah.
of the year.
Yeah. You know, make it a like a New Year resolution. Do this Kriya and start New Year fresh, vibrant, powerful. Okay. I was thinking what Kriya to do since yesterday. Then I said, okay, I'll do this Kriya, this engraved memory. It will be like a nice wrap up for the 2022. Because 2022, see, Swamiji always say that at the end of the year, take stock. That means do like a account, right? You how you take your status of what's happening this whole year. You look back. Okay, 2022, what have I done? Remember, some of us when my team lead, they did the 25 projects, right? For me, I had 32 because I have more projects. So do like a take stock of what have you accomplished, what you have waiting for you to work on. That means yet to get started, or you started but didn't sustain, whatever may be. Just take stock of this whole year, because he said that it's like looking at the entire with your awareness and see how much you have grown, how much you have achieved or accomplished. So it's good to bring that reality check. That's what he said. As a spiritual seeker, always look back at the end of the year. Take what you call it, the account. Take stock of your account and look at how much you have done, where are the gaps, and then this Kriya is also good to help you to add on to your spiritual practice, so that you can again and again come back to the powerful space, the unclutched space, so that you can start manifesting what you want in your life come next year. Okay, so all of you do this Kriya and come and report to me. In the group, you can share how things are evolving for you? Great. So any other question? Otherwise, I will just conclude with the Purna mantra. I just want to thank all of you for supporting all the programs that I've been doing, starting from meditation is for you, and then we had Guru Gita, no, we had Living Enlightenment, then we had Guru Gita, then we had meditation is for you, and then this year, Nithya Kriya. So, a very, very, deep gratitude for attending the programs and attending the session with me. It's been quite a while now since I started the Wednesday class. More than, I think, 2 years now, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. And I took over the Wednesday slot. So I would like to wish all of you a beautiful 2023. All of you start new year with a big, powerful space, and may all of you bring what you call experience fulfillment and also health and abundance in your life. All the best thing in your life by Swamiji's grace. With that, let me just finish off with the Purna mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sovam Bhagavad Nithyananda Paramashivam Paruka Paramastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you, Nithyanandam, for coming. Happy New Year. Majara Shadika, I think you can stop the Facebook Live now. She need to let her know.